What's up, Internet? SP here for the Marduk report, and today we're doing "And the Seat." So, quick update. I still have the residuals of being sick, but holy crap, this past week. Ugh. So between the A-Data video and this "And the Seat" video, I pretty much have been dead to the world because I've been so sick. So when I said it was a little bit sick before, it got real bad real quick. And now it's finally tapered off and going away, but I sound even worse. Let's get to CES things that this time you probably actually haven't heard of. This is a company called And the Seat out of, I believe, out of Toronto now. They do have offices in China, I think in Shanghai and Shenzhen. Don't quote me on that, I could be completely wrong. But they make gaming chairs, as not this one, because this is obviously a noble chair, but they do make chairs in this vein. So what they had to show at CES was actually pretty interesting. Quick history about the company. They were started, I think, in 2007, and they were an OEM for automotive manufacturers in China. So like your BMWs, if you were Chinese living in China, they were making the seats. So they got some interesting things that they've been doing with chairs and chair accessories. And of course, they're doing things with RGB in chairs. So let's take a look. So this is And the Seat. This is the Kaiser 2. So what's interesting about this seat and about a lot of And the Seat's products are the headrest and the lumbar support. As you can see, the lumbar support's actually really, really big in comparison to most gaming chairs. And this head/neck rest pillow that they have designed, it looks a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, but when you actually try to put your head back on it, the part where the logo is actually is a bit hollow, and it has a cutout that will actually hold real comfortable, like really, really comfortable. So this chair is special because the material that it's made from, the outer material, the outer shell, if you will, they call this BMW leather. And as I was told, that this is the material that is used in BMWs in China, as long as you're not buying an M series BMW. So this is the same material that you would get in your car if you were in China and had a BMW. Good old RGB. At some point you think, just because we can, does it mean we should? But this is an And the Seat's Aurora, one of the Aurora chairs. This is the lower end, the higher end model, which looks more like the Kaiser 2 in the dark night, I believe, was lost to FedEx not wanting to deliver on time for whatever reason. But as you can see, it's got the RGB piping that goes all the way around the upper and lower portion of the seat, along with the cutouts that are usually for pillows, your neck pillows, your backrests have been filled in with this honeycomb plastic thing, for lack of a better term, and it is RGB in there as well, and that is RGB that it matches the piping. From what I could tell from the controls in the app, you cannot get the piping and the inserts to be different colors at the same time. It looked like everything always matched. So like I said, this is the lower end of the two RGB chairs that And the Seat has. I sat in this for a while. It's okay. It feels like a non-premium gaming chair. The padding, while nice, is not as soft or robust as the other seats. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different lighting effects for the RGB chair. What's interesting is that when you actually sit in this chair, even though these things are flashing super bright in your face now, when you sit in the chair, you can't actually see that. You would think you would see the light spilling over your shoulders, and maybe in a dark room you would, but on a show floor or any kind of room with actual lights, you don't see a thing, which I was kind of surprised at. So the material on the chair was a polyurethane leather, so a PU leather. Price point on the chair, which I don't recall at the top of my head, and it's not in the catalog that was given, but I think it was somewhere in like the upper twos, lower threes maybe for it. Interestingly enough, the power for this RGB is actually a USB power bank. They don't actually supply one with the chair, which I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. But the fact that you can just use any USB power bank and you can light the chair up is actually pretty cool. What I was told was that it takes about 8,000 milliamps to get 24 hours of continuous runtime of the RGB lights. And so the battery pack that they have here, they said I think this is a 10,000 milliamp, and it gets obviously over 24 hours power to the RGB lighting on the chair. So that's nice, because I was really wondering, like, how do you get RGB onto a chair and not have to have it plugged in? So this is a really convenient solution, even though like you have to bring your own battery bank. One thing that I was told was that it would actually come with the pouch to hold the battery bank, which at least is nice, because if it didn't even have that, then I'd be like, oh my god, get out of here with this. This is the Spirit King or Spirit King series, because this chair itself comes in 4 different colorways, and it's still aimed at esports. So one of the things that I hope that you've noticed in these chairs are that the pillows look very different. Not just like the really big extra large pillows, but even like the smaller pillow that's here in the Aurora chair. This is going to be the medium pillow, and this is going to replace their small pillow. So that's actually a head and neck pillow, not a lumbar support. But because of the chair that it's in, it's harder to attach to that chair. One of the things I was told was that the material that they use for the actual padding, so not the outer coating or the outer shell of the chair, but the actual what the padding is made of, is actually all memory foam. And they had some small samples of like what is actually inside the chairs, and it's, oh man. So this is actually Nappa Leather, and the price reflects that because it is like $1,300. But oh boy, is this thing soft. Like, this is like those Charmin toilet paper commercials when you see them, they squeeze the Charmin, they're like, oh, it's so soft. You see those bears that squeeze the toilet paper? That's how that chair feels. Like, it is so incredibly soft. The rest of these chairs are various models. They all have interesting names if they have colors. Any chair that is all black except for the Nappa Leather one is a dark something. What I sat in was called the Dark Knight, which is the same as the Kaiser 2, but it has a different leather material on the outside. So this is, again, a PU leather. It's really actually very soft. I was kind of surprised by how soft not only the outer material, but the actual padding is on this chair, on any of these chairs. A lot of these chairs that are multicolored, such as like the Assassin King that's in the back, or actually, I'm sorry, the Assassin King is the one that's all the way on the right, or the chair that's in the back, which I don't remember what that's actually called. They sit about $400 in terms of price, and they are definitely focused at the esports gaming crowd. So yeah, that is all for And the Seat. What do you all think? What do you guys think of their chairs in general? Like, what are you interested in? What are your thoughts really on gaming chairs with RGB? How do we feel about this? Are we like ready to burn them all to the ground or pre-order? where do we stand? I personally, I could see them going away rather quickly. I wouldn't mind if they went away rather quickly, to be honest. I don't need RGB in my chairs. I'm all the way good. Thanks. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, do all the things down below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Oh, also, it's starting to get cold out if you live in anywhere in the North American region. So bundle up and like drink your juices, fluids. Don't get sick is what I'm trying to get at. Don't get sick.